You need to create garments, and in order to do so you need patterns. To be honest, I don't know any sites that can give you for free patterns for whatever garment you want to create, but I can give you other kind of resources that you can use in order to create your own patterns, or that are open source and you can use them. I'm just mentioning this, they are not online resources. After all, it's more helpful for you if you want to create the pattern to have it physically in your hand. First is this bad boy right here. And let me tell you why. This magazine that you can buy for under 3 euros is your best friend if you want to learn patterns. This one, for example, is in German. I cannot read German, but it's not important because the more important part is translated in the language that you need. These magazines come with 2 other elements that are very important to you. First is this one that will help you understand how to create a garment and to understand even technical sketches and measurements, so it's very important. But it comes with this part too, the patterns. This one will make you understand what the pattern is and for what garment, and what color and what line you need to get out for your measurements, because this is for multiple measurements and even for plus sizes. The magazine itself, even if it's not translated in your language, which doesn't matter, shows you something very important. It shows you the garment, the technical sketches for it, and where you can find it here in order to create it. It shows you what the product would look like when you finish it. Believe me when I say this magazine is your best friend if you want to learn patterns, because these patterns are open source. You bought them, so they are yours. You can use them, and you can also use them as a baseline for your creations, and you can take these and modify them in order to create something new. These are just a part of my collection, so invest in it, buy them. It will take your pattern making skills to the next level. Take some of your old garments, deconstruct them, unsew them, and make them into the pieces that they created the garment. You can do this with any pyjama blouse or trousers because they fit you, so it's your measurement. You can do this with any used garment. Deconstruct them. You have the pattern, and you also have the way that they were sewn in order to create the garment. So let me give you some more specific examples. This dress, for example, was made because I deconstructed a t-shirt because I needed this kind of sleeve, and I reconstructed it in a dress. And here is how it looks as a dress, but made with the pattern from a t-shirt. This corset is in the making. In order to create the cups for this corset, I deconstructed a bralette because I needed this entire structure to fit me perfectly. But to be honest, when I have to create something very complex, I prefer to create the pattern from scratch, because it's way easier for me to create the entire pattern than to take one and modify it like I would like it to look like. This is a very unconventional type of jacket, and I cannot find any pattern that matches. This is the reason why I always say that designers need to know how to create the patterns and to tailor their own stuff, because this pattern I couldn't find anywhere and I had to make it myself. And if you start with the resources that I already gave you, you will get to this level too of creating your own pattern. So I want to see your designs and your creations.